Okay then, let's see what we can do. We're going to try and make our poster using Pages. First thing to do is find Pages. I'm using the Spotlight and finding Pages. Here it is, my top hit. I can just press enter and it'll get it. When Pages opens up, it asks you if you want to open a document or if you want to have a new document. Well, I want both really. I've got the instructions that I'm using here. I've got the stuff for a demo and I've got an example piece. You've seen the example piece? Here's my extra stuff. I'm going to need them, and I'm going to need the one above. I'm holding down the shift key and pressing the up key so I can get both of them done. Open them both up. Here they come. There's the instructions I'm following. Here's my practice bit, and I want one more because I'm going to actually make something. So I'm going to go to File, New, and from File, New in Pages, it asks me if I want to choose a template. Well, I can, so I'll choose a nice blank one. I'll use the white background on the back and click on Create. Now, next step, we're going to turn it into a layout instead. So you go to File, scroll down until you find Convert to Page Layout and click on it, and then say Convert. Once we've done that, we need to get our 5 shapes in. So to get shapes, here they are up at the top. You can also get them through Insert and Shape, and you'll find all the different shapes within them. But I like this view because when you click on it, it actually shows you what they all look like beforehand. So if I wanted it to be shaped like a rabbit or an envelope or a clipboard or a pair of goggles, or whatever it's going to be, they're all in there. So let's go back to basic for me, and I want to have a square, and I'm going to put my square roughly where I want it. Now from here, I've got some style options. I can change the background color if I want to. If I wanted to have a specific color, then I can use the dropper there, and I'll choose that I want it the same color as that parcel behind. So there it is, it's the same color as the parcel behind. So the dropper that appeared is quite useful. You can also have things like gradient. So if you wanted to have a range of colors, let's change that second color to a red. Ooh, that doesn't look very nice, but it's okay. And then we can change the position of it as well, depending on how we want to make things look. What's next on my list of things to do? Oh, I need to do that a few times. So let's resize that image. It's going to be too small otherwise. Grab hold of the corner and stretch it. And I also want to rotate it. If I go over one of the corners and hold down the Command key, the arrow changes to a turning one, which I can change so it's facing in different directions. If I hold down the Shift key, it locks it to the next one around, okay? So that's where it would appear. So I'm going to take my fingers off the Command key, off the keypad, not the keypad, the mouse pad, and off the Shift, so it's going to lock into place. Next, we need to have a few more of those things. So let's get ourselves a few more shapes. Let's have, for example, a polygon. And in polygon, we've got some extra options. We can change it if I click on Arrange. There you go, come on Arrange. We can say how many sides I want my polygon to have. I can have up to 11, I think. What if I typed in the number, it would get more than 11? No, just 11 is the maximum I can have. I'm going to have 11-sided shape there. Very nice. Oh, but you see, when I stretched it, it was getting a bit long. If I hold down the Shift key, it locks it to be a regular shape. So Shift is a useful key to have there. Again, I'm going to go back to Style and have a different color. What else do I want? I want to have a couple more shapes. Let's have a rounded edged one of these. Let's make it bigger by stretching it. Let's have a circle. Oh no, let's have a star, like a star. Now the stars are funky. Again, we can change the number of points. But you can also change the exact shape of it. So you can go from being a star to being a polyhedron instead. So that'll be a 10-sided decagon. So we go, there's a nice star. I like the look of that. And make it bigger again. Stretchy, stretchy. Love it. Oh, in fact, let's stretch it and hold the Shift key so it maintains the aspect ratio. And let's rotate it around. So I'm going to hold on the corner Command and let's turn it to that sort of angle. I need one more. Let's just move those around a little bit so I get them exactly where I want. One more shape out of my Shapes menu. Let's have a triangle, because why not? Here's my triangle. It's very pretty. Let's make it bigger. Let's make it look colourful. Let's change that one's colour. Let's change this one's colour. So I've got my 5 shapes and my 5 gifts that I'm going to put inside of them, so move them around a tiny bit more. So next we need to get some pictures. Now on the background over here, I've got some options to save my pictures. I like using Shift Control Command 4. So if I hold the 4 of them down, Command 4. It's now going to copy an area to my clipboard. I want to have that present just there. Now, it hasn't gone to my desktop, which is great, because I don't really want to have to go backwards and forwards. Let's go back into Pages and click on where I want to be and paste it in with Command V. Here it says pasting, and there's my present, and I can just drop it where I want it. Brilliant, except for I don't want that one, so let's get rid of them. Instead, I've got some other presents I've already found. So I've got, let's close that one down, a pair of socks, a nice cup, a maths thing, a t-shirt, and some dice. Let's start off with the dice. I'm going to Command C it from here. I'm going to Command tilde. Oops. It's Command tilde to get back to here. Click on the shape I'm interested in and do Command V. So I've got my jumping jacks. Now the problem is it's got a white background. Click on your picture and choose Image. Choose Instant Alpha and then choose a bit that we don't want anymore, like the white bit, and just click and drag until all the white bits disappear. Click on Done when I'm done. Let's resize it a little bit. And now we've got an amazing bit of background. Let's rotate them around just a little bit. Command, so it lines up with the edge. These are my PE teacher presents. And the background I had on the other one, so I click back on the picture. I don't want a gradient fill. Let's have color fill, but let's change its color to be the same color as the dice, because that'd be nice. Let's go down to the dropper tool. Here's the yellow bit. Are we able to change the color today? Let's try again. Dropper tool, click. Doesn't want to go, does it? Let's try one more time. Let's try closing it. Let's click on the dropper tool option by going to color. Dropper tool. Maybe they're worried that I just wouldn't be able to see the dice anymore. Well, this is quite hard to see. Let's make it a little bit darker as well in the background. So there we go. And drag the scroller across. So it's the same sort of yellow, yellowy green anyway, and it also shows up nicely the dice that we put on top of them. Now we need to type on them. Now the label, we can change the style of our label. Right, so I clicked on the box, it gives me the option to change the style, but now we're going to use the text. I've got the size I can change anything about it, but I'm just going to write the word dice. Now, O-D-I-C-E, when I was rotating my screen around earlier, it's managed to put things in it kind of upside down. Let's have the price as well. Those dice cost $5. Why not? So I can rotate my picture the whole thing around if I want to. Let's click on new. Let's go back to command. Let's go on the corner and rotate it around. Let's have it that way instead. Let's move my dice down a little bit. Now the writing will try to wrap around things. At the moment I've got the text set so that it will be centered and it will try to automatically arrange itself. But you can change its wrapping according to how you want it. So let's change it back to automatic and we're happy where we are. We can also rotate the box this way. Look, here we go. Whee. There it is. Looking nice. Sometimes it looks a bit crackly whilst you're turning it, but it looks great once you're there. I'm going to make those dice a little bit bigger and get my next present in there. Let's see, where do I have them? I had them over here. So let's get that maths toy. Command C, Command tilde. Click on where I want it. Command V. Let's double click on it. Let's choose image, instant alpha. Let's get rid of the white background on it. Say done. Let's shrink it down a little bit. Oh, the blue on the blue background is not working for me there, so I need to have a different background. Maybe I'll just put it straight onto the red one. Oh no, I don't like it on the red one either. Let's make it a little bit smaller than it is. Nicely put. Let's change this one's background from style just to try the orange one. It's okay, I suppose. So here we go. We've got a maths toy. We're going to go back to text. It's on a dark label at the moment, so it's a maths toy. And we're going to say it costs $45, just so I've got my prices in there. The prices, if you put them in now, it's a useful reminder about how big things are. Let's move this one up, or look at that, that looks funky. And let's go back to my text, and let's say that we're going to lay it out following the position near the bottom. And I'm going to go to the bottom, let's select my text. Text. Let's go downwards a little bit, doesn't want to move. We can make it move. It really doesn't want it. Oh, this is my borders, that's why. Let's see if we can indent it a little bit. Maybe it will help to move it down. Let's update. Doesn't want to move. We have to find out ways of making the move, guys. Anything else I can do to move it? being uncooperative. I'll leave it as it is for now. Maybe you can find out ways around it. Next one, we've got another present. Let's Command tilde to get over there. Let's have this t-shirt. Command C, Command tilde. Click on the star, Command V. Let's double click on it. Let's choose image, instant alpha, get rid of the white background. Now some backgrounds don't work as well as others. This one works fantastically. Clicking on done. There's my t-shirt. Let's get my writing in there. T-shirt. Oops, short. T-shirt. $25 is the price. Let's just move him a little bit more that way. Let's turn my t-shirt slightly sideways by holding on down command so it just fits in nicely like that. Let's move up a little bit there and make it a little bit bigger. Lovely t-shirt. Right. On the triangle, let's see what we're going to have. Let's take the cup. Command C, Command tilde, Command V. Click on it. Choose instant alpha. Get rid of that white background. There's a bit here, but there's also a bit over here, so I have to do both parts separately. Say done. Shrink it down a bit. Putting the lit into literature. I need it smaller than that because I want to get some writing in there as well. I'm going to say it's a cup. And then we'll say that was $20. Not minus $20. That would have been a very good value cup. $20. And we got one last gift. What is it? Oh, it's the socks. Command C, Command tilde. Click on it. Command V to paste it back in. Click on instant alpha. Get rid of the white stuff. Oh, not too much though, because otherwise that dog's lab coat is going to disappear as well. Click on done. Shrink it down a little bit so it's a nice size to go in there. Let's put it so it looks like it's standing at the bottom. I can use the arrow key just to gently tap it along. You can use bigger jumps if you use the shift key held down at the same time. And let's call them socks. And they cost $30. Yeah, I know you're thinking it's an expensive pair of socks. They're worth it. Right, next thing along on my list. We've resized, we've added some things. We need to add a pie chart. Now I'm going to add my pie chart exactly in the middle, so I'm actually going to move this one. Oops, I'm going to move this one down. Let's group things together. So let's group those things like that. Right click and say group. And now when I try and move one thing, it moves everything together, which is groovy. But it's going too slow, so let's move a bit faster. Same thing here. Select over everything. Right click, choose group. Let's move him outwards a little bit to the side. You see these lines that are appearing? They're the alignment lines, and they tell us when we're aligned with other things. So they're now, go down a little bit, where are you? They're now aligned in the center of the other one, so that looks quite nice. Let's move a bit to the right. Let's move this one by, first of all, grouping it together. You can ungroup as well once they're grouped. There, looks quite funky. And let's get this last one here. Select with the left thing, group, click off it, let's move over a little bit. So I want a chart in the middle. I'm going to add a pie chart. To do that, I click on chart, and I'm going to have a nice pie chart. There's my options here. There's lots more things. I just like the nice colourful pie chart that comes up on my first screen. So if we manage to insert that, it's thinking about it. Here's my pie chart. Problem is, it says all sorts of stuff that isn't applicable to me. It's got this date along the top, so let's change it. Click on Edit Chart Data. First of all, let's get what we're talking about. Well, instead of April, we're talking about dice. Instead, and they cost $5. Ooh, let's put a dollar sign in front as well. You can change it to, it does all of that later on. Maths toy costs $45. Next one is socks. Socks cost $30. Let's move this out of the way a bit. That's the t-shirt. Oops. T-shirt, short t-shirt. I've written it in the wrong place. Let's go here, write it in. T-shirt with a capital T. Costs $25. That's not far off being what it right for. The cup costs $20. This doesn't tab down. 20. Ooh. Did I mess up my price on all those? Apart from the first one? Oh, no, it doesn't like having the dollar sign. And last one, we had socks already or not? Oh, we've already had socks. So the last one we don't need. So let's choose the drop-down menu and just delete that column. So So there you go, we've got them all nicely done. Okay, so it's looking better. I can just move it over a little bit. I don't quite like it yet though. I don't like it that it's got a legend over here, so let's just close the data down. So let's get rid of the legend. Legend's gone. And I don't think the colours are right yet. So let's see what we can do. So the first one, in fact, let's get some more things on there. Let's click off the whole lot, so off a single one, click on the whole lot, and let's get some other bits on there. So for my chart, let's get some other looks at things. So title, doesn't want a title. Captions, doesn't want a caption. Legend, we know we don't want legend. Let's see what else we can do. For the wedges, we want to have the names. So there you go, it's t-shirts, socks, maths, toys and stuff. I don't quite like the distance they are from the centre, so I'm going to drag the wedges out a little bit. If you wanted to do just one wedge, you can click on that individual wedge, like that, and so it gets the points marked up, and you can move just that one wedge in and out. I'll leave it about there, that's 8%. Looks quite nice. This one here, well, maybe I want to move it out a little bit more to make it look prettier. That's the writing moving. Let's move the other part. Go back in, click on you, there it is. So it's 11% out, so there we are. I can have one of my slices of my wedge coming out further. But the colours are wrong, so let's see if we can fix them. So the dice, if I click on the dice, I can click on this colour wheel, choose the dropper picker thingy, and it should, well, except for that's a line, it should let us change them. Let's try again. Let's go to style instead. So go to style, choose the dropper, click on it. Why are we not changing our colour, guys? Too many questions. Not enough time. Let's have a look. Value the data. I will have to pause here and make sure I get it right. Is it possible to pause? No. I'll edit that bit so it comes right. Let's have it one more time. So we're on the right slice. We click on style. Oh, it's fill. It's up here. So that's my fill tools. So I click here, choose my dropper, choose the colour it should be. It's changed here. Why isn't it changed there as well? Oh, it has. It just took a little bit of time. The next one, the maths toy. We click on it. We choose the dropper. Find the maths toy. It's over here. We click on it. Double click on the colour we want. There it is. Oh no. Doesn't want to change. Maths toy is that colour. There it is. The socks, let's just close this one down before I start. Sometimes it has problems remembering what it's doing. The socks are not on a grey background, they're on a lovely pink background. So choose the dropper, socks, worked first time. This last one, the t-shirt is, and the cup as well, it's not quite the last one. So click on it, choose the colour, the wedge rather, the colour picker for t-shirt is the red one. And the last one, cup 16%. Let's choose the dropper, sorry, the colour, the dropper, the cup colour. There, it's done. A couple more things to do. I need a title. Let's choose text. Let's put a little box there. Text. Oh, just managed to write it over here instead of down there. So let's say this is my Santa gift ideas, and I suppose I need my name as well, Mr. M. Let's select my text. Let's make my writing a little bit bigger. That's my text insert, not my text size. Let's put that back down to 4. Let's make my text a little bit bigger, if we can find them. Text, 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 text. We're going to choose not arrange. Why is my text so small? Style is why. So we go to style, we make our text bigger. I like that. I'm going to get rid of this hyphen here. And I'm going to put it in the center just to make it look nice for my eyes. Let's click on the edge of the box, click off it and click on the edge of the box. Try again, click. Move it up using my shift and arrow keys. Get it how I want it. I want it to have a bit of a background as well. So let's see what we can do there. We can change it to have a background through styles, I think. No, maybe not. Through more. Definitely not. Layout. Oh, paragraph background, here we go. So we can change my background colour. I think that grey colour of the socks is quite nice. So let's choose the grey colour on the socks. That one there. And let's shrink my box just a little bit because it doesn't need to be quite so big. I don't like the fact that it's over the top of the thing, so let's try changing the order as well. So you click on Arrange, and I'll send it back. It's behind the other two things. Now this one I think it should move over just a little bit, just make me happier. My writing's trying to align with the objects as they come around, which is okay, I suppose. Lastly, if we click on the white background, it's a bit boring. This is my white background. I want to change it, so I'm going to change it from this background to maybe a green. I don't like it. Or maybe a image fill would be nicer. So I've got this image over here. To search for it, when I was searching for the word lots of gifts, if I go back one and back another, I'm tried to type it in, Command V, lots of gifts, so that I'd only get things that have Creative Commons licenses. So with the tools, which I can have hide or I can have them pop up again, you can choose the size and the colour and the type and the time. You can also choose to have either all or commercial and other licenses or Creative Commons licenses. That means that somebody has taken the picture, but they don't mind you using it as long as it's not for financial gain. And this isn't for financial gain, so all right there. Let's do a search. My search image that comes up, I quite like that free stock picture, so let's click on him and then copy it onto my desktop. I could take it straight from here. Let's wait for the little bar along the bottom to stop churning. So right then, save image as. When it comes through, it's going to save for me. Here it is. Lots of gifts. That's a good name for it. I don't. Oh, it's in images for class. I'll keep it there. Save. And now let's go back to pages and my picture. So we're going to change it from this rather scary green to an image fill. And we choose our image. And we're going to choose where it was, which is my desktop. Then images for class. I've actually got one called Math Secret Santa as well. Where's my images for class? Images for class right at the bottom. Inside images for class, there's one called Lots of Gifts. Choose Open. I quite like that. It's a nice background. You can choose how it is. You can scale it to fill. You can tile it if you want to tile things. You can stretch things, but we're going to scale to fill for my particular one. Now that was a quick introduction on how you can make things look. At the end, I suppose if I wanted to make things look a bit better, maybe I'm going to have my shapes a little bit bigger. Remember that I've grouped everything together? Well, that means that everything I stretch now will try and grow as well. Same thing for this one. Those socks that go from top to bottom still go from top to bottom. They are great socks. T-shirt, we've got it locked in there, so let's stretch it. And we've made it bigger as well. You can also have your words, just whilst I think about it, you can have your words popping out as well. Let's just get rid of these two text boxes that I put in by mistake. Click. Okay, click off it and then click back on it. There we go. If we have our writing and we like the way it looks, let's change it. I can change I have leader lines that lead into things. I'll change my leader lines to look like some dots and make them a little bit bigger than they currently are. And then I can stretch them out. That's the lead lines here, the distance from center. There's my writing. And there's my leader lines going out as well. Now, perhaps I don't want to have all of them going out, so let's put them back where they were. Distance from center, about there. And this one here, the dice that doesn't quite fit, so I'll click on just the dice. I can have this one pulling out only, and because it's got some little dots there, let's scroll out a bit, let's move it in a little bit more. We can just get those ones to fit in. Maybe I don't want dots, maybe I want a solid line, and maybe I don't want that solid line to be the same green. I might do. I might want it to be a different colour, and I can change those colours as I could before, choosing any colour I like. Right, have lots of fun playing with your poster. I suppose the last thing to remember is every time you save, it saves a version. So if you click on File Save, and then make some changes. Let's change it to poster. And where I'm going to save it, I'm going to save it onto my desktop for now. Save. If I want to go back to an earlier version, I can revert back to my browse all versions. Well, there should only be one version for me to browse. Not going to come up, is it? Yeah, there is. So it pretends that there's lots of versions, but there's not. There's one. So I can click back through them to see what they look like. Okay, I'll stick with this one. Done. And maybe I want to export it as a PDF. I don't know. It's tough choices. I hope this helps. I'm looking forward to seeing your amazing work. Take care.